Hello, NCN family. We've made it through August, and it reminds me of the old phrase, days move slow, but years move fast. Think about how tired you are at the end of most days. You climb in your car to drive home at the end of the workday, but you blink and 22 opportunities to educate kids have already passed this year. So we think about to what extent are we seizing those opportunities. Every opportunity we have is so valuable with our children. And so we think about how to maximize those opportunities. And part of that is having a really good plan. And so we met with school leaders today. We did a data dive looking particularly at NWEA, but some other data as well. And we want to be able to use this data to put together a good plan, right? We believe that all children can and will learn. And if we're going to actually live that out, we have to have a strong plan. And that's why Lead with Love is one of our core values, because it's pairing high expectations with strong support. We have high expectations for what our students can accomplish this year, and this data is going to be able to give us the ability to put together a strong support plan to pair with the expectations. So I look forward to what we're going to be able to do, getting that data to the teachers and all of our educators in the schools, and be able to take the time at Data Day, our upcoming Data Day, to really put together those high quality plans that are going to be able to propel our students forward. Unfortunately, we've got to do some COVID updates. We're not through the woods yet, but I would start with our goal is to keep students in person for as long and as much as possible. This is truly an equity issue. When we look at the Indiana data that the state put out, the Department of Education put out over the summer, we're able to see that the growth rates among virtual students, particularly in math, are just so low. They're scary, in fact. And we also know that Black and brown students across the state were most in virtual, and they were most adversely affected by virtual learning. And so we want to make sure that our students are not becoming part of those scary statistics. And so the first thing that we do is we control what we can control. I know that we have mask fatigue by now, but we have to be diligent about mask usage. We have to be diligent about seating charts to minimize close contact tracing. We have to maintain social distancing when we can. Control those things that are within our control to minimize the potential for students to either contract the virus or be a close contact with someone who tests positive. We did get some guidance, some specific guidance around what a cluster is. So a cluster would be multiple cases in a room that would necessitate moving that room to virtual learning. And so the guidance is at least 3 students or 10% of the classroom. So we're going to move forward with that guidance. Moving forward, we'll give you more information in the memo so you can read a lot more detail around that. But just as a framing for that, that's the guidance we're going to use moving forward. Also, what we're doing from the network side is working on some staffing solutions to be able to kind of alleviate some of the pressures. I understand how difficult it is to manage both in-person students and virtual students. And so looking at some staffing solutions that can help to kind of take on some of the virtual student pieces, coordinating some of the Google Classroom work and that sort of thing. So we'll be posting for those positions, and then also just continuing to try to add more subs, building up that bank of subs. Our HR department has been working tirelessly to find staffing solutions and to really expand the number of people that we can get into the buildings, particularly in subbing capacities, to try to kind of alleviate some of that pain point for the teachers and all the people who are working with our children. So we're working on that. We're working to try to make your lives a little less stressful so that you can really focus on teaching those students that are with you in the classroom each and every day. Again, we talk about expanding educational equity into the communities we serve, and we know that in-person learning is the best way to do that. And we know that we have great teachers who have great materials, and with our data that we just got, are going to be able to put great plans together to propel our students forward. So I'm optimistic for what we're able to accomplish this year. Keep it up. I'm very excited to see what you guys are able to do by the end of the year. Have a great September.